Hey guys, be sure to press like and subscribe. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about what I watch as far as YouTube. I did leave out most of the Philippine YouTubers that I watch because I don't really watch that many. I don't tune into them. I just don't. I watch them once in a while if somebody mentions somebody or whatever. But other than that, I really don't watch other Filipino YouTubers, or Philippine YouTubers, I should say. I just see more of the same out there. There is one guy out there, I'll give him a shout out, Sunshine Shoulders. He's okay. We disagree on a few things, but that's probably about the only one that I would put out there. I do watch JLB. He's another one that I do watch when he's here. I think I like his shows when he's walking the streets more so than the other shows that he puts on now. So I really don't watch him that much now, but I do watch him when he does roam the streets. I do like those shows. He does do very well at that, and that's one of my favorite vloggers. But I'm gonna put this out. These are all my favorite YouTubers out there, and I watch these almost daily if I can. And I do miss a few because I can't watch everybody all the time because I just don't have the time. So I watch the ones that I see that interest me. And I do want to give a big shout out to Backwaters and Back Roads. Now this guy here, he does a lot. He does a really good show. It's kind of a slow and relaxing vlog, and he does houseboat adventures and motorcycle adventures, and he brings you with him and his beagle, and it's very interesting, kind of relaxing, and it's an interesting lifestyle that the guy lives, and it's just. He kind of lives a lifestyle that I used to live a long time ago, with the exception that he lives on a houseboat. I lived in a cabin, but I just like his style. I like the way he lives. I like his personality. He's very interesting, and he's just an overall nice guy. Then I watch another one called Trout and Coffee. Trout is Trout, and Coffee. And this guy here, he's a New Englander, and he's a young guy, and it just shows his life, and he has this lifestyle that's a very New England lifestyle. He lives in Upper New England, I believe, and he just has a very good way of producing his videos and editing and the music, and he shows his life and his friendships, and it's just a really kind of relaxing show and a nice show, and just reminds me of when I was back in my 20s, because I lived in Upper New England. I lived up above the White Mountains, and I kind of lived the way he lived a little bit. I had my own cabin and everything, and it's just kind of an interesting take on life that he has. Very interesting. I got a mosquito here. The next one I watch is Ghost Town Living. This is a guy who's renovating a ghost town, and it talks about his trials and tribulations and his adventures living there. And it's kind of a interesting show that he has there, a little channel. And he lives all alone. He has friends come up to visit him once in a while also. It's similar to the Trout and Coffee, only it's in Nevada. And it shows the way he lives. And very interesting, very interesting. It's great photography. The same with the Trout and Coffee, but Ghost Town Living is great too. The next one is Meet Kevin. Meet Kevin is basically financial. I get a lot of my information from him. He talks about the stimulus. He talks about what's going on in government. He gives me a lot of my news every day that are relevant to me. Okay, and I like that about him because I don't have to watch other news and kind of take all the stuff out. And he's really good for expats, kind of, even though he's not an expat channel per se. But he kind of breaks down the day's news, what's really relevant to the world and to Americans. And he just does a great job at that, The other thing is that I watch is Wonder Hussy. That's WonderHussy, one word, and then Adventures. Wonder Hussy Adventures. This lady is really cool. She's a former model, and she travels around in her vehicle and goes out to like hot springs and ghost towns and mountain climbing and such, and it's just great stuff. she's kind of cool. She has like a different personality, and she's kind of adds like a little bit of spice and excitement to her videos. And she most of the time is living out in her vehicle, and she does have a home, but she's kind of like a van lifer, but she's not a van lifer, but she kind of lives like that, and she loves to do her videos. She gave up her past jobs and stuff to do that, and very good channel. Very good channel. It's interesting to watch. Beautiful scenery from California, Nevada, that area. The next guy that I watch is Vancity Van Life, and this guy, it's about him and his dog. He lives in his van, and it just shows you how he lives in his van, and it's kind of interesting. He has a beautiful van that he lives in, all made up really nice, and he talks about how he lives in his van, and it's an unusual life, and it's just kind of an interesting take on how somebody else lives out there, and how you can live cheap, by just changing your lifestyle a little bit. The next one is Foresty Forest. Foresty Forest is a little bit like Vancity Van Life. In fact, sometimes they meet up, and they do video. They've done a video. I think they've done more than one video together, but I'm not sure. Foresty Forest, he has great footage of hiking. And he also talks a little bit about cooking. He talks about how he lives in his newer van, which he got a new van. But his old videos are great too. But interesting person. He shows a different lifestyle also, like Vancity Van Life, for people that are interested in that type of stuff. But the thing about Foresty Forest is he has great footage. And if you like Canada and the mountains of Canada, you'll love Foresty Forest. And if you like hiking too. The other one I watch is called Girl in the Woods. She's kind of interesting. Her and her husband have their own vlogs. Girl in the Woods, they built like this little cabin in the woods, and she just shows you what it's like to live in the woods and live off the land a little bit, and it's just interesting to watch. It's just kind of a soothing vlog to watch at night, when you want to go to bed or something like that. Another one I watch, which is kind of exciting actually. And I actually like this guy because he has an interesting personality. His name is Steve Wallace, and his last name is spelled Wallis. Steve is kind of cool. He is married and lives a normal life, but he goes out and does vlogs on stealth camping. And he camps everywhere. And he's really kind of a cool person, cool vlog, and he gets a lot of followers, and just it's kind of fun to watch what he does, because he camps in places that most people probably wouldn't think of camping in, and to see if he's going to get caught or whatever, and he's cooking food and he's drinking a beer or whatever, and it's just kind of interesting, just kind of fun, The other one I watch is Johnna Ginton, and it's Jonna, and the last name is Jinton. Johnna does a beautiful vlog of Sweden. Her video footage is phenomenal, and her editing, very beautiful footage, very beautiful music, very beautiful scenery. She's just a really good vlogger, and I love her videos. She's a different type of vlogger. It's more has a more European Swedish vibe to it, and it's really kind of cool. I think most of you guys would enjoy it. The next one is Becoming Bev. Becoming Bev is this woman. She lives in a van. She travels about. I think she does have I think she has a property, but she lives in her van for the most part, and travels about and gets around by doing that, and shows her adventures. And it's just kind of an interesting take and interesting lifestyle that she has. Sailing Nahoa. Sailing Nahoa, and Nahoa is Nahoa. Okay, Sailing Nahoa is an interesting sailing around the world vlog. Okay, and they actually sailed through the Philippines, and they talk a little bit about that too. But they travel everywhere, and they have an interesting vlog because they had to go home during the epidemic, and because they had a child and stuff like that. But I think they're back in Thailand, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that, but that was one of the ones that I lost track of, because when they moved back, it just didn't interest me as much. It was still interesting, but not as interesting. But I believe they're back into, getting ready to sail again. Okay, the last one is a music man. You know, if you like Southern style music, Justin Johnson. Justin Johnson is Justin, and it's Johnson, Johnsson, and this guy knows how to play the guitar. And he plays like a bluesy style, very down, has that down south vibe, you know, the old style vibe, and he plays some really beautiful music, really good stuff, totally different, slide guitar stuff and everything. This guy's phenomenal. He should be a lot bigger than what he is. He's just, I think he's one of the top guitarists out there, to be honest with you. I love this guy's stuff. But anyway, guys, I want to throw that out there. A lot of you guys, you know,